So I have the lawyer for for Ana Knezevich's family, Adam Ingber. And I also have former FBI agent and NewsNation Law and Justice contributor Jennifer Coffindaffer to help us understand. First of all, Jen, those photos. I mean, you and I, we didn't know what we were looking at when we first saw that video of the guy spray painting, and we just thought it was weird. And now you look at the close-ups that they have, no wonder they were acting with such confidence. Counsel, thank you very much for joining us. So when I was reading through the documents that have come through, on top of his demeanor, the smiling, the kind of the lightheartedness, it seems that pretty clear to the court, at least, that he's hiding money from them. What does that mean to you in terms of what this is about?
First of all, thanks a lot for having me on. I'm extremely honored, humbled, and grateful for your attention to this case, because I think it's moved it forward and moved the investigation and the cracking the case forward by your interest. I think it's how the evidence came out of Colombia, that it never would have been found probably without media attention on the story. So I think the media is involved in solving this case, first of all. These cases don't get solved without love and care and people raising alarm bells, friends, family, and loved ones. And so that's what happened here. Anna's friends came to the police to push and get them to investigate. And the media came and did the same thing. And the Madrid police did an amazing investigation, apparently. They tracked down all of this evidence that you're showing now and that you've been showing. And so like I said, I'm glad to be here. Thank you very much. And I'm actually extremely honored to be this close to Mario Cuomo. I don't think many people get that opportunity. So I think that the reason I came on today is to help analyze some of the financial data that came out and to show, hopefully to support what's there, to support the motive, and that he's trying to actually get out of prison now. He wants to be released, and his lawyers are claiming that he has no money. And as you saw in the document you mentioned, the FBI says that they have found $200,000 that was with someone in cash ready to go, which seems to me like an exit plan, if I ever saw one. Mm-hmm. That if they let him out and he took his cash and ran.
How can they let him out? How can they let him out?
You started with, it appeared to the court that all of these things, and that's not the case. In fact, he's arguing that it should not appear to the court that he's a flight risk or that he's a danger to the community. And so he's trying to get out. But so what I'm saying is this money is here for him, and he was trying to get also unfreeze joint accounts, claiming that he had no money. And we see that he lied to the FBI, and that, I think the prosecutor is going to argue that he's, like this antisocial con man that will just manipulate anyone around him. He's got his defense lawyer begging for Anna to come home, which is, disgusting, frankly. But I don't know. I doubt that she has any idea. Sorry?
Counsel, hold on a second. Let me just bring Coffindaffer in here. What's the chance that they let a guy out on bail who says he wasn't in the location where his estranged wife was? They then prove he was, who says he has no idea what happened to her, and clearly he knows exactly what happened to her. What's the chance that guy gets out?
In this case, Chris, it's slim to none, and I'm going to tell you why. There's two things that need to be proven in court during this hearing, and that is he's a flight risk, that he's a danger to the community. The pre-trial report, which I just had a chance to look at, is overwhelming in terms of monetary assets, making him worth $2 million, earning $30,000 a month. That money has been socked away and can give rise to him leaving. His ties to the community really don't exist, Chris, according to this pre-trial report. And furthermore, his ties abroad are strong, and he's taken dozens and dozens of trips abroad. So I don't think he'll get out.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.